How's the defensive line been since y'all added pads into the equation?
I think they're improving. I mean, every day I've seen a little bit more of improvement. Got to see the practice tape today. I feel like we're getting stouter in there. We got to keep improving our pass rush too when those guys have to convert.
Has the physicality lived up to the hype, even though you're starting to get into the dog days?
Yeah, I think every day's been a little bit more physical is what you want, and I wouldn't call it the dog days. I think that's one of the things about today's camp compared to other camps. Now with the mandatory day off, I think they get a chance to recover, rejuice, and they come back out and attack it.
The fact that we can understand you, does that mean it's been a good camp so far, or?
No, I'm telling you, it means I've adjusted to the allergies.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you weren't yelling as much.
How are your young linebackers coming along?
Good. I'm encouraged. I think Jamin, Chris, and DeAndre all have had. They've flashed. All of them have had learning moments too. But I'm really, really encouraged with that group.
Now, what was it that Quentin was doing last year when he earned all the playing time he got? And have you seen more of that here in this camp now?
Yeah, I mean, he's completely different than a year ago, which you'd expect, right? Played a lot more football. I think he's taken more of a leadership role in that group. He's more consistent. Where last year at this time he was starting to flash, right? Now it's more consistency from practice to practice, drill to drill.
Does Marquand have any resemblance to what Quentin was doing last year?
I think they're a little different, but Marquand certainly flashed. He's a big body that plays with great pad level, and he's hard to block.
What are you seeing differently from this secondary so far compared to last year?
I definitely think they're a year smarter, a year more experienced. They're communicating better. They're understanding concepts better. You can tell they put a lot of work in this summer.
What is it that makes Edwards so special, so good at what he does?
The thing that Mike does is he's just a football player. He makes plays in space, and he does some instinctive things you don't necessarily have to coach him to do.
Actually, going off of that, have you seen the same thing from Josh Allen as well?
Yeah, I think Josh has grown a bunch. That's a great thing about camp is all of us can improve every day from coach to player. And I definitely think he's got more room for growth. But, he's a lot better than a year ago, no question.
Do you still consider Boogie to be one of those young linebackers, or has he been around long enough to where you have higher expectations?
No, I wouldn't. No, I think Boogie might be young running with the first unit, but he's redshirted and then played a bunch of football, so he's kind of got that natural progression of a college football player. So no, I wouldn't consider him a young player. Now would I consider him a senior veteran? No, I wouldn't say that either.
You liked what he showed in the spring. Has he been able to build on that early?
Yeah, Boogie's doing some good things.
Is there a specific point where you saw the lights sort of come on for Darius after he'd missed so much time? And then was there a game or something that he caught onto that you sort of...
Jen, I think the thing about Darius is it's not only is he a year more experienced, but you think about it, he's a full year being healthy, which that makes a big difference from a mental standpoint. And I think along with putting 2 years back-to-back of playing football, that the fact that he's been healthy for 2 years gives him a bunch more confidence.
How much do you see the defense really kind of be taking charge and being that unit that's going to lead this team, at least early on?
I've seen growth there, but I'm interested to see the challenge, as we go into camp and you hit the next day and the next day, and, we got, 25 of these things, and today was number 6. So there's a long way to go yet.
Did your unit win the day today?
I think both sides had some good plays and bad plays, and that's the great thing about competition. I definitely think we got great competition on our team right now.
Mark said something going on media day this year about Jordan Wright. What are you seeing from him right now?
Jordan's got better. I tell you this, he's a long, athletic body, and he missed some time in the spring, and he's starting to catch up now.
Yusuf Corker came here as a cornerback, but he was listed as a safety. Where are you all working him right now?
We're working him at safety.
What has he done well? What does he show you that?
He brings you a physical presence in the run game, and he's athletic.
How much are you guys limiting Jordan Jones at this point, now that you're in pads?
He's been limited quite a bit.
Coach Green and Coach Hinshaw were talking the other day about how over the summer they've studied NFL teams and incorporated some NFL plays into their playbook. How much of that do you guys do?
Yeah, I think, you know, that's part of the progression as a defense and offense and as a football coach. You know, just like everybody in the profession tries to get better, the off season's a chance for us to progress UK and progress ourselves. So you definitely do studies not only on yourselves but what other people are doing and how you can incorporate little tweaks to your scheme.
Is there a setback with Jordan? Because Stoops made it sound like he was going to be good to go after practice.
No, I mean he's had some bumps and bruises right now. He's, you know, nursing an ankle and a heel, but he'll be all right.
Do you look at teams that run, like NFL teams that run similar schemes to yours, or do you try to look at teams that run something completely different? Or
no, you try to study similar schemes, and then on third down's a little bit different for everybody. So you try to pick up things that you can incorporate, and you know, things that fit what you do and are teachable and learnable.
You mentioned length with Jordan Wright. There's a lot of young guys who are long, Oates, Square. How does that change the defense, and what can they do? I mean, they don't look like your traditional football player.
Well, I mean, length, if you watch, length allows you to separate off blocks. Length allows you to cover more ground in pass coverage. Length allows you to get more separation when you rush the passer. So we definitely love long arm guys. I mean, it helps you.
Who's a guy on the other side of the line that's kind of giving you a few headaches here early in camp?
You know, I see Big George has improved a ton. I think that offensive line in general is really, really good. Benny goes without saying. Felt Dorian today. Dorian made a nice play, and it's good to see Dorian back. So there's quite a few guys on that other side of the ball.
What's the biggest thing that worries you when a veteran like Jordan can't go in practice for extended time?
I think probably just rust, you know what I mean? And truthfully, you know, just it's a lot different seeing it on the grass than seeing it in the film room.
How confident are you, and maybe why, that you can get to the quarterback better this season than you did last?
Well, first of all, I think we got good guys on the edge rushing the passer. I think we've improved inside with our pass rush quite a bit. And our linebackers have improved their blitz ability too.
Did you move Josh to the other linebacker spot like Stoops had talked about initially? And then did Boogie move into Josh's old spot?
Yeah, that's right. Josh is playing the jack for us and Boogie's playing the Sam.
Do you think the jack could have an expanded role then? I mean,
yeah, and
Darius came out so often on third down in a lot of situations. And
Darius.
West.
Oh no, Darius was in on third down still.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the jack, the good thing about the jack is it just allows you to rush him more into the boundary. I mean, he slides in, he can play drop, he can rush. It just gives us more variance there.
Would you say you've seen Adrian sort of carry like a leadership role since you guys have been training?
Yeah, I think Adrian's improved. He had a great physical play today in practice. We just need him to continue to be physical.
What's the last week been like with the pads fully on, especially with your unit? You know, those guys are probably the ones who want the pads on the most.
I mean, it's a lot more fun. First of all, you get to see if you can stop the run, right? It's hard for the offense to run the ball. You're really just practicing assignment football and hands and feet, where when you put the pads on, you're practicing physicality.
Everybody good?
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.